The Shack Attack arrives, crashing with a tidal wave of soaring memories, remembering the flamboyant days in pinstripes that are no more, when O'Neal and Orlando were the beasts of the East. If purple and gold are the colors of royalty, Shaq and Kobe are a regal force on course, focused toward capturing the Lakers' first championship in a dozen seasons of play. And tonight, homestanding Orlando hopes to outrace all the hype and slam its way to a 6th straight win.
Another beautiful night in paradise on a warm Friday evening in Central Florida. TD Waterhouse Center is teeming with activity. A sellout crowd is on hand as the Magic host the Lakers, a pair of teams with 5-game winning streaks going head-to-head tonight. And of course, with the return of the Lakers, we get the return of Shaquille O'Neal. It's a good night for a Shaq attack. At least that's what the big fella is hoping for as Shaquille arrived to the Orlando Arena, the TD Waterhouse Center, just about 2 hours ago, and he and his ball club are ready to go against the Magic tonight. Hello, everybody. Welcome. David Steele, Jack Gibbons with you. This one's going to be a lot of fun. The TD Waterhouse Center is jam-packed. A sellout crowd on hand to watch Shaq, Kobe, Phil Jackson, and company come to Orlando. Shaq is having an MVP-type season, Goose.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to seeing him play, David. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but Shaquille O'Neal is having a tremendous season. His team is playing well, just a half game behind the Portland Trailblazers for the best record in the NBA. So they're doing a lot of things well right now. Hopefully the Magic have an answer for him here tonight.
Of course, Shaq spent his first 4 years in the NBA right here in Orlando with the Magic. This is his 4th season with the Los Angeles Lakers. The first time with Los Angeles, he did not play. He did not come to Orlando. He was injured. So this is his 3rd trip to Orlando, and he's had a couple of big games against the Magic here at TD Waterhouse Center.
He's played well, but the Magic got him a couple years ago as Nick Anderson nailed a 3-point shot with time running out and was able to pull this one through, or help pull this one through for the Magic. Shaq still had his numbers. And then last season when they came in, Shaq and Kobe Bryant just took the Magic apart, especially in the second half of play. Shaquille O'Neal with big numbers in that game. Kobe Bryant with even bigger numbers. But Shaquille O'Neal is Shaquille O'Neal. The Magic need to be ready. If they are not, they are going to get hurt here tonight.
Derek Harper also had a big game in a Laker uniform last year. And Shaq, you see what he's done against the Magic in 2 previous meetings here in Orlando. 20 points, 10 rebounds 2 years ago, and 31 and 13 last year. Last year, the Lakers won that game, a high-scoring affair. Shaq had the big night with 31 points, 13 rebounds, but it was Kobe Bryant that really stole the show.
Boy, in the second half, he just flat took over the ball game. I mean, I have not seen a performance like that since Michael Jordan left the league. I mean, Kobe Bryant is a tremendous talent, great young player, had 15 points in the All-Star game this year, so he is capable of playing with the big boys. Once again, the Magic will need to be ready here tonight.
He had 38 in the game against Orlando here in Orlando last season. Right. But this Magic team is playing great basketball, as the Lakers are. Both clubs have won 5 straight. In fact, the Magic have won 9 of their last 11. And look what they've done statistically in that 11-game span, Jack.
Well, I like the fact they're just giving up 94 points per game over the last 11 ball games. I think that's good. The opponents haven't been shooting the ball nearly as well against the Magic. And what happens when you play the defense as they have been playing it, it gets the offense going. The Magic 106 points a game over the last 11. So a lot of things going well for this team. Let's hope they can squeeze one more out here tonight.
All right, it should be a lot of fun. Stay tuned. It's Shaq and the Lakers against the Magic coming up in just a moment from TD Waterhouse Center. We're back in Orlando where Shaquille O'Neal and the Lakers have just been introduced to a sellout crowd in Orlando. And now Phil Jackson, the first-year head coach for the Lakers, has been introduced. And really not too much of a negative until now with Phil Jackson's introduction. Phil Jackson made some derogatory comments about Orlando. At least that's how they were perceived here in Central Florida. And Shaq really didn't get too many boos, Jack, when he was introduced to the crowd.
I can't blame him. I think if people understand that Shaquille O'Neal's a great basketball player. I think different from Penny Hardaway, he hasn't bashed Orlando. And I think people understand that. Not recently, at least. So it's done and over with.
All right, let's rejoin public address announcer Paul Porter as he will introduce the Orlando Magic starting lineup for tonight.
And on forward, 6'8" from Houston, number 45, Paul Outlaw. And the other forward, 6'9" from Virginia Union, number 4, Big Ben Wallace. At center, 6'10" from Penn State, number 13, John Amici. And on guard, 6'7" from Kentucky, number 5, Ron Mercer. And on the other guard, 6'1" from Fayetteville State, number 10, Darrell Armstrong. Equipment manager Rodney Powell, strength and conditioning coach.
All right, so there's the Magic starting lineup. Now let's take a look at them. Brought to you by Southwest Airlines with Outlaw and Wallace in the front court. John Amici, the starting center. Well, he's playing extremely well for the Magic, averaging 20 points a game in the last 4. Ron Mercer and Darrell Armstrong in the backcourt for the Orlando Magic. And for the Los Angeles Lakers with a record of 39 wins and 11 losses. In the front court, Glenn Rice and A.C. Green. The amazing streak of Green continues. He's playing in his 1,079th consecutive game. Shaq is the center, and Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher, the starting guard for the Lakers. Let's take a look at the keys to the game, brought to you by Daytona International Speedway.
David, there's been a lot of talk leading up to this one with all the comments for Phil Jackson and Shaquille coming back to town. So I think the Magic will have to deal with the emotion early. Don't be too emotional. It makes for mistakes, trying too many things. The Magic have said they need to run against this Laker team. They need to get out on the break. In order to do that, they have to rebound the basketball. The Lakers are the #1 rebounding team in the league. So if the Magic are going to have to run, they're going to have to rebound the basketball. And then you know Shaquille's going to get his. You know Kobe Bryant's going to get his. I think the Magic need to make sure they don't have that third and fourth player putting up big numbers. I mean, Glenn Rice is capable, but Glenn Rice, Harper, and those guys, you just have to keep them under control and don't give up big numbers to those French guys.
Phil Jackson, one of the premier coaches of all time. 6 world titles with Michael Jordan and the Go Bulls, trying to do the same thing in Los Angeles with another tremendously talented basketball team. And Doc Rivers not doing such a bad job himself in his first year as a head coach. 38-year-old Rivers has guided the Magic to 1 game under the 500 mark. Game number 52 tonight, a victory would make the Magic an even 26-26 and move them into an 8th place tie with Detroit in the Eastern Conference. The Lakers lead the series 15-6. The Magic 4-7 against Los Angeles here in Orlando. There's our officials, and brought to you by the NBA. We'll re-jump it. Referee Derek Stafford says both players hit the ball on the way up. Crowd still settling in. Outlaw steals the tip. That's an easy way to get it going for the Magic. Pretty good start for Orlando. It's 2-0.
Well, Outlaw is going to be high energy tonight. I mean, he is every night, but you just know he's looking forward to this.
Shaq draws a crowd, kicks it out to Green, to Bryant. Shaq double teamed again, throws it away. 3-on-3 fast break. Armstrong pulls the trigger. Tough break. Wallace and a crowd to rebound, keeps his dribble alive to Armstrong. Well, the Lakers are accustomed to teams coming out and playing with great intensity. They're a marked ball club with Shaq and Kobe and Phil Jackson, one of the top teams in the league. Amici, tough shot. Well advised, probably. Green the rebound. Glenn Rice from 20. Outlaw leads another fast break. Armstrong passed up the 3. Gives Wallace the dunk.
Very nicely done by Darrell Armstrong. just running the fast break. Daryl shot it so well the other night. That first shot he took here tonight just looked good. It banged out. But good look. And Phil Jackson's going to get the early 20-second timeout.
So Phil Jackson wants to have a quick word with the big fella, as he's not real happy about the way things have started. Our Primeco matchup tonight, in the middle, Shaquille O'Neal and John Amici.
Well, the way it looked on the first possession for the Magic, at least the first half-court possession, it appeared as though A.C. Green was matched up with John Amici, trying to protect Shaquille and not get him into foul trouble, maybe. Shaquille O'Neal probably will be hidden on Ben Wallace, and then that way Shaq can come over from the weak side to double team. So we'll see if Shaq, in fact, will be matched up against John Amici. But the first half-court set for the Magic, it didn't appear as though that's the way it's going to be.
Well, the Magic came with a double team from Ben Wallace, the 4 position, so that means A.C. Green is the guy that could be roaming free. This time the point guard, Armstrong, provides the double team.
That's interesting, the change.
During the timeout, Shaq missing. Rebound, Ron Mercer. The Magic obviously want to keep the tempo up. There's a foul on Rice reaching in.
I think it's Kobe Bryant from behind, got him across the arm. We'll see what they call, but Kobe reached in and got him across the arm as Mercer went to the basket. Good job defensively once again for the Magic. Watch the double team. John Amici does a great job of not picking up the foul. But once again, Mercer brings this. The guy can get up the floor, and there's Kobe Bryant reaching in from behind. Magic wanting to push it, David. That's what they said they want to do. And if you can defend and rebound the basketball, you get those opportunities.
The Lakers would probably prefer a little slower pace than the Magic tonight.
No question. You look at the Lakers holding their opponents to 91 points a game, actually 90.5, and you know they want to get more in the half-court game.
Magic putting pressure, and Kobe had it knocked away. Picked up by Green. Look for Shaq. Amici has him fronted. Now the ball goes into Shaquille O'Neal.
Nice double team.
He throws it away again. But Derek Fisher gets it back. Lobs it up for Shaq. And the Lakers are on the scoreboard. The Magic's half-court defense has been exceptional in the opening minutes of the game.
Yeah, so see, there's that matchup, A.C. Green against John Amici.
With double team help, Derek Fisher, who made 3 threes in the first quarter against the Magic in Los Angeles, in the starting lineup tonight.
Yeah, but he also has been struggling shooting the basketball.
Big time.
They are trying to find the guard that can come off the bench. It appears as though Brian Shaw is going to be the backup point guard. Very nice.
Great move. Kobe Bryant, first field goal of the game for Kobe. In his 4th year in the NBA and still only 21 years old. Magic appear a little confused in their offensive set. Outlaw just takes it in close. Missed the shot. He's fouled, and it counts.
Nice second effort by Bo Outlaw. Don't know for sure who it was that pushed him from behind. Shaq's going to pick up the foul. You see how Shaq is going to be able to come over from the weak side. Yeah, there's the push. Because he's matched up with Ben Wallace, and you know the Magic don't go to Ben a lot in their sets. So Shaq's going to be roaming the paint trying to get those blocks. He's averaging over 3 a game.
Outlaw has 5 for the Magic, who lead 8-4. And they keep the pressure up in the backcourt on Glenn Rice.
Now the thing the Magic want to do in their backcourt pressure, they want to force the Lakers to use some time on the clock coming up the floor. Mercer with a hand on. But they would like for the Lakers to get into their offense with fewer than 10 seconds left on that shot clock.
Clock reset to 14 with exactly 9 minutes remaining in the first period. You have to respect the outside shot of Rice. That helps spread things out for the Lakers. Fisher misfiring. He's shooting 18% in their last 5 games.
Ooh, that's struggling, isn't it?
That's the capital S.
Ooh, boy.
Armstrong off the screen. Shaq is there, knocks it loose. Fisher picks it up along the sideline. Rice for 3.
He can still shoot the basketball. Not real happy out in Los Angeles, wanting to get traded to another team where he can be a bigger part of the offense.
And also to a team who is willing to pay him the maximum amount of dollars this summer. Perhaps more importantly, Armstrong with the jumper. Boy, the one he missed looked good.
It sure did.
That one goes in. So Darrell Armstrong's picking up where he left off 2 nights ago. Good defensive pressure by Orlando. Rice wants to enter it. Now does to Shaq. Great move. Big guy gets it back. He's fouled by Amici. So for the first time tonight, Shaquille O'Neal will test his newfound confidence on the free throw line.
He's been shooting it well as of late. Had an 11 for 12 free throw shooting game not too long ago. 6 for 9 in Charlotte the last game out.
Well, his last 3, he's 15 for 20, 11 for 12, and 6 for 9.
Doc wanted a 3-second violation, said Shaquille was camped into the lane. Boy, if he ever gets to where he's making 70%, let's say, of his free throws, that makes them a serious, I mean, they're already a serious contender, but you can take Shaquille out of games and series down the stretch because of his free throw shooting. But when he's making them, well, you just can't put him on the line. That makes him very, very difficult.
Very confident on those 2 to cut the lead back to 1. Glenn Rice picks up a foul. Push in the back on Bo Outlaw. His first personal and the 3rd team foul on the Lakers. Shaq on Ben Wallace just way back in the paint. Mercer misses the shot. O'Neal outlets it to Kobe Bryant. Shaq roll to the basket. Bryant gives it back up top to Fisher. Now to Rice. Rice fakes Outlaw off of his feet.
Nice defense. Very nicely done.
Rice has to force one, but he fills it.
Man, that's a big-time shot there. I mean, well covered. The Lakers, the shot clock running down. Ben Rice, when he gets hot, and he does often in this building.
Seems like career high is against Orlando. Mercer missed the shot off the drive. O'Neal another rebound. The Lakers lead by 1. Derek Fisher sets up the half-court attack.
Kobe Bryant's wide open.
Rice again. 7 for Glenn Rice in the period.
Yeah, he's very much a streak shooter. It's timeout zone anyway, so Doc's going to burn one.
So Shaq for Orlando Magic tickets. Young Magic fan here tonight, getting his probably his first look at Shaquille O'Neal. So I'm not sure how much he sees from that low position in that chair. Armstrong into the middle of the Laker defense. Outlaw not a threat to score from out on the wing. Amici pulls the trigger and cuts the lead to 1.
Well, Johns had to come off to the low post to find a way to get some points here tonight, but nice to get that shot to go down. I like this alley-oop here. Bo took that one away.
Foul on Outlaw is his first. Shaq tried to catch it with one hand. Not ruled in the act of shooting.
Well, he didn't have control of it. Doc saying Bo had just as much right to that ball as Shaquille O'Neal did. Bo was up high enough to knock that one away. Must have gotten a piece of Shaquille's arm.
Shaq backs in. The jump hook rattles in for Shaquille O'Neal. He had 6 in the quarter.
Double team late coming that time.
Green on Amici. Mercer against Kobe Bryant. Shaquille O'Neal, the rebound, his 4th. He is 2nd in the NBA in rebounding and 2nd in scoring. Lakers lead is 3. The shot clock ticking down. And Rice is there again. This time can't make the shot, but O'Neal cleans it up.
Yeah, the big fella's rebounding better this year. He's just taking up more space on the inside. Obviously, he is a very difficult handle every night.
Amici makes it a three-point game again.
Pat Garrity's at the table now. It'll be interesting to see who he comes in for right now. I would imagine he's coming for Ben Wallace, even as badly as you would hate to take Ben out of the game here, but the Magic needs someone to force Shaquille to be honest here and force him to play some defense. He is just cruising and using all of his energy on the offensive end of the floor.
That last shot by E.C. Green. Wallace gets his own missed shot back and steps out of bounds. Let's see. They're going to give the ball to Orlando and say Derek Fisher had a hand on it when the ball went out of bounds. Pat Garrity is in for Ben Wallace.
Yeah, you know, you just hate to see Ben go out of the game because you know what he's going to do, rebounding the basketball and defensively. But the Magic need to try to force Shaquille to guard someone here, and Pat Garrity will be able to do that.
So Wallace comes out of the game and Garrity checks in. We'll be back.
Just wanted you to get a look as to why Ben Wallace has to come out of the game. Look at Shaquille O'Neal right here under the basket. Ben Wallace is over here, and as he goes out, you'll see Shaq just roam this whole area and really doesn't have to get out of the lane. Watch him. He stays there, stays there. Now, John Amici gets the basket, but what's happening is Shaquille just really doesn't have to play anyone. Now, with Pat Garrity coming into the game, at least Shaquille has to come out of the paint some and maybe even think about playing defense. He hasn't to this point. Nicely run play. A little short.
And Fisher has the tempo up for the Lakers. The Magic have 4 people back, however, and Derek Fisher pulls it out. You see Green over Garrity.
Now that's the shot you want to give up if you're the Magic. You want to come off of AC Green. Now that doesn't mean he won't knock down some of those shots, but chances are he won't make as many as Shaquille is when he's down in the paint dunking them through.
A little higher percentage shot in there.
Little higher percentage.
Magic let Bo Outlaw get the ball into the offense. Armstrong comes off a double screen. Now Mercer off of a Amici screen. Very nicely run.
Yeah, that was another well-executed play. And that's a big basket for Mercer because the Magic need him to get going. It's a good one to go down.
That's the lead to 3. Rice, who has 7 already in the quarter, throws it over the head of Shaquille O'Neal and out of bounds. So the Lakers commit their 3rd turnover. Turnovers even at 3 apiece. It's a 3-point lead for Los Angeles.
Magic taking the ball out of Darrell's hands. And what they're doing, they're running Fisher over those screens along the baseline. Another well-run play in the bucket.
Jump shot by Mercer. Jump shot by Darrell Armstrong. Makes it a 1-point game.
And Darrell picks it.
Steals it.
Just couldn't come out with it.
About to fall out of bounds with it, so good try. Left-handed dunk, Shaquille O'Neal.
I don't know how he got that wide open, but he just flat cleared everyone out of the lane. Now the Magic are giving the ball to Bo Outlaw here. This is something new. We haven't seen a whole lot of this. And they're running Darrell over screens. Got hit on the arm that time, but nothing coming. So
made the shot.
Doc Rivers coming out of his bag with a brand new trick right there, isn't he?
Yes, he is, and it pays off. 3 consecutive trips up the floor. The open jumpers, 1 by Mercer, 2 by Armstrong.
Shaquille is just running down the floor and sticking his head under the basket. I mean, we've seen him do that a bunch of times in the Magic uniform.
Shaq open again. He's got 12 in the quarter.
At this rate, he might get 50 tonight because the Magic, for some reason, are leaving him to help out the last couple of times down.
Armstrong fell down trying to come off the screen. Says he was pushed to the floor by Derek Fisher, but not getting any satisfaction from the official. Michael Doliak, who had his career high against Los Angeles here last year. 25 points, remember, when he pulled Shaq out away from the basket and repeatedly made jump shots.
And let's hope he can do that, because the reason he got some of those 25 was because Shaquille refused to come out and play him on those high pick and rolls. So we'll see if that happens here in this game. Magic will go to that.
Armstrong swatted out of bounds by his former teammate. He also leads the league in block shots, Shaquille O'Neal. So he's 2 in scoring, 2 in rebounding, 1 in block shots. And that was a 24-second clock violation on Orlando. Lakers lead 3 with almost 2 minutes to play in the first quarter.
Tell you what, it's been a while since we've seen the Magic get a 24-second violation, I think, hasn't it?
Yes, it has. Fouled Doliak, I think.
Shaquille's been averaging 40 minutes per night. 40 minutes per game. He's had, I think, one game he played, I think, 55 minutes, if I remember reading that correctly. But he's averaging 40 minutes. At this pace, if the Magic can continue to run up and down the floor, I don't know if he'll be able to give him that many minutes tonight.
Well, he's still perfect at the free throw line, looking very good. There he is, league-wise, and making a strong bid for MVP.
Well, I'll tell you what, he finally missed one, and the crowd liked that one, but I think the Lakers will take 3 out of 4 from him. That percentage, I mean.
Because he's going to shoot a lot of them.
Yep.
He's attempted 517 coming into the game in 50 games. That's a little over 10 per game.
There's that high pick and roll with Mike Doliak.
Kobe Bryant knocked it away and stole it from Doliak. Armstrong, the rejection, but the foul.
How are they going to give Darryl the foul?
He was way out there.
He had a bunch of ball on that one also now.
He had a fistful of basketball.
Man, he did, didn't he? Oh, man. I think he got a lot. Let's see if he got him on the arm.
I don't think he did.
I didn't see it that way, but
Pretty nice play.
the official had a good look at it.
Corey Maggette inserted for Ron Mercer. Well, he's a gifted player and just got a gift, Kobe Bryant, and makes both free throws.
Yeah, I thought Darryl made a pretty decent defensive play there. But as I say, the official right on top of the play must have had a good look at it.
That's off of Armstrong, and the Magic turn the basketball over for the 7th time in the quarter. So that's a number that's going to have to change as Travis Knight is in for Shaquille O'Neal. Shaq 13 points and 5 rebounds in the first quarter.
See, you get Shaquille out right now, so you give him the 1.5 minutes left in this period. Then you give him the 2 minutes between quarters, and you give him the first 2 minutes of the second quarter, and he gets his 5 or 6 minutes rest, and he's ready to come back in.
That's how Phil Jackson keeps him playing 40 minutes a night. Bryant rattles it in and out. Doliak, tough rebound. Ahead to Atkins. Here's Maggette against Bryant. Still a 6-point Lakers lead. Bryant almost came down with
Yeah, yeah. This is the time Kobe Bryant kind of takes over when Shaquille's out of the game. He gets a lot of touches right now.
Bryant on the drive, and he puts it in. 8-point lead for Los Angeles. Magic looking to get 2 for 1, and will do that with Atkins' jump shot. They should get one more possession.
Now the Lakers will try to use as much of the clock as possible. About 3-second, almost 4-second differential. Once again, this is Kobe Bryant time. He'll try to penetrate and get Glenn Rice a jumper from the corner.
They spread things out, let Bryant work against Corey Maggette.
And there's Rice. That's just what they wanted, and that's what they got.
10 points for Rice in the quarter.
Don't know for sure why Bo let him go, but he did.
Outlaw shot off the rim. The Lakers red hot in the quarter. They shoot 60% from the field, and they finish the period on a 10-2 run. Shaquille O'Neal, 13 points, 5 rebounds in the first 12 minutes from Orlando. And the Lakers lead the Orlando Magic 31-22 after one period of play. Los Angeles Lakers a 9-point lead against the Orlando Magic after one period of play. And our first quarter statistics showing the Lakers shooting 60% from the field.
Well, 48% not bad for the Magic, but they've turned the ball over, what, 7 times, I think it is. And that is far too many. You see the Lakers taking advantage of those by getting out on the break, and that field goal percentage reflecting that. Shaquille O'Neal didn't even sit the first 2 minutes of this period. I thought they would keep him out, but Phil Jackson coming right back with him. Brian Shaw checks into the ball game.
Rick Fox is in the game, and there's a whistle and a foul on Monty Williams on the shot. We'll put Rick Fox on the line. Monty checking in to start the quarter along with Chucky Atkins, Corey Maggette, Michael Doleac, and Pat Garrity. Brian Shaw in the game for Los Angeles, the former Magic player who spent 3 very successful seasons with Orlando. Was a major part of the Magic's Eastern Conference championship team.
And he was very, very disappointed that Phil Jackson called practice yesterday, and I wasn't able to take him fishing. he was wanting to go yesterday, and I was going to call my buddy Tommy Sparks out of Disney and say, Tommy, can you put us on some fish? But Phil said, let's practice. And
too bad the job gets in the way like that sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Maggette had it knocked away, and then tipped it in.
Just good athlete coming through right there.
He tipped the ball away from Bryant, but the Lakers get it back, leading by 9. Shaq whips it out to Bryant. Underhanded scoop, left it short. The Magic get the rebound.
Got to score on some of these opportunities here. That's what Mike has to do. He has to make that shot because that's what's going to pull Shaquille out of the paint.
Doleac shooting 64% in the last 9 games for the Magic. He has been on target. Good job by Chucky Atkins. Lakers perilously living on the edge. And then they get it to the big fella, and he drills it. 15 for O'Neal.
That's unstoppable right there. Pat Garrity wanted that one, but didn't like the numbers. He was down there by himself and decided against taking that jump shot.
Doleac open again, and Shaq reluctant to come out and guard him. So that's 2 jumpers in a row for Doleac. Makes it a 7-point game. That's how he got 25 against the Lakers last year.
He's going to get some shots to the basket because Shaquille probably still will not come out and play.
Brian Shaw, very comfortable shooting the ball in this building, no question about that.
He's been known to heat up and put some in. He can do that.
He made 10 threes one night here, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Well, he didn't do it here, but he made 10. Nice jump
right around Brian Shaw.
Yeah, Brian Shaw set the record when he was with the Boston Celtics. Knocked down 10 3-point shots. At the time, it was a record. Of course, Dennis Scott, when with the Orlando Magic, came back and bettered that by 1.
There's a foul. Atkins, I think, gets called for the personal. That's his first. We have timeout with 9:21 to play in the second quarter. And a 7-point lead for the Los Angeles Lakers. Join Sunshine Network tomorrow for great college baseball featuring the Florida State Seminoles and the Florida Gators. Game time set for 2 p.m. live from Gainesville and only on Sunshine Network. I don't care if it's underwater bowling, if it's Florida State and Florida, then it's going to be special.
There's going to be a few people interested in that game. I'll tell you what, the Lakers calling that timeout, they were just flat going at each other. I don't know for sure what they were upset about, but Kobe Bryant, Robert Horry, and Brian Shaw were deep into a very serious discussion. That triangle offense maybe being discussed there. Of course, it's a hard offense to learn, and if you don't get to a position, you're in trouble.
Horry passed up a 10-foot shot and threw it away. Chucky leaves it short, and the ball ricochets over the backboard and out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know for sure why Robert Horry didn't put that shot up towards the rim. Saw Shaquille O'Neal there for an instant.
But the Magic couldn't make them pay, so 5 turnovers now on Los Angeles, but only 2 points off the turnovers for the Magic. They swing it to Fox, who has the open shot. Goliak touched the ball out.
Crowd didn't like it, but I think that's the correct call there. Shaquille O'Neal trying to get to that rebound. Mike Goliak concerned with Shaq, obviously, and knocked that one out of bounds.
Mike's argument was that he had his left arm being held by O'Neal and lost the ball out of bounds with his right. But the Lakers get the ball. Fox falls down, somehow manages not to travel. Ryan Shaw into Robert Horry. Trying to give it to Shaw, and they kicked it away and out of bounds again. Let's see if the Magic can take advantage this time. They've only scored 2 points off of turnovers.
Rick Fox hurt his knee as he fell to the floor that time. He's trying to shake it off. You see Rick Fox right there.
Chucky Atkins heating up for the Magic. He has 6 points off the bench, and it's a 5-point game.
Now you realize Harper has been really struggling from the field. Big rebound, so you can't allow Derek Harper, to come in and find a way to heat up, because he's capable. That's a quick shot there, very difficult.
Look at Maggette, though, and Maggette is called for the foul. He had worked himself into the inside position, but Joe DeRosa says Maggette committed the foul. That's good hard work by Maggette.
Yeah, he's working
hard. Get inside of the...
Not for sure what exactly he did. There he is inside. Might have gotten Rick Fox on the arm. I don't know.
O'Neal muscles it up. Horry left it short on the rim. Turnover number 8. Golden opportunity.
Now the Magic have had some opportunities in the transition. Just haven't been able to get it going.
Lakers are good half-court defensive team. The Magic are so determined to get easy baskets. Maybe they're trying a little too hard. Rick Fox from the foul line. That's an easy shot for Rick Fox. He has 4.
Yeah, he doesn't get a whole lot of shots, but he makes them when he gets them. And he still is limping pretty badly, David. I think he banged his knee on the floor when he went for that loose ball. You mentioned he didn't get called for traveling when he fell down to the floor a little while ago, but he's still trying to shake off what appears to be a bit of a knee problem. I tell you what, between Rick Fox and his wife, Vanessa Williams, this kid she's going to have is going to be just, I mean, I tell you, I mean, you might have another Miss America coming if it's a girl. I'm not sure what it is, but
the kid's got a chance.
Man, you put those two together and you just can't hardly go wrong.
Gets the ball into Shaq. He missed this time. Garrity gets it ahead quickly to Chucky Atkins. Once again, they're in such a hurry. Goliak had a good shot, but Harper rebounds the miss. Shaq was out of bounds, so the Lakers turn it over. The Magic like the tempo, but they've got to do a better job of converting when they have opportunity.
Have to execute.
And as you mentioned, Shaquille plays 40 minutes a night, so you want him running up and down the floor as much as possible. And the big fella just turned it over. Lakers have led by as many as 11 in this game. They had a 9-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Shaquille O'Neal was on fire early. The Dodge shot chart showing now that he is 6 for 10 from the floor.
He's gotten a lot down around the basket. I think most of those should be down towards the hole instead at the free throw circle, but nonetheless, he's made 6.
Chucky's been shooting it well. And this one off the lip of the rim. Harper ahead to Brian Shaw. Fox. Troy Maggette the rebound. Again, he brings it into the offensive end himself. And Robert Horry gets the rebound for LA.
Well, the Magic missed another opportunity there with the numbers on their side. They got to get out there and play them because Rick Fox will make those.
Well, you talked about it, Jack, and not letting the secondary type guys have big games on you. And Rick Fox now with 6 points in the second quarter.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give those kind up.
Garrity behind a Williams screen. Shaq runs out of Doliak, but too late.
Yeah, he's too late. See, you have to get to Mike Doliak before he gets his feet set and gets wound up for that shot. Shaq with a token effort that time, but it was just a little too late.
There was a lot of energy early in this building, but the edge is off now.
Offensive foul.
Harper called for the foul.
Well, and that's a tough break right there for Harp because he has been struggling from the field, and that's the kind of shot right there that can get you going. But he lowered his shoulder as the contact came. You'll see it right here on the replay. Rick Fox gets him, and there's Corey Maggette. Now, a smaller player, and that bump by Harper is going to make a bigger difference. But against Corey Maggette with that big upper body, it doesn't even look like he was hit.
Ron Mercer returns. Atkins doing a good job running the offense.
Very nice.
Garrity's first field goal of the game cuts the lead to 3.
And Pat's upset with himself because he had his foot on the line, and that's a cardinal sin for a guy that shoots it as well as him. If you're going to be that wide open and that far away, you have to make sure you're outside of the paint.
There's the Shawshank redemption. Ryan Shaw to Shaquille O'Neal. And a foul as Atkins drove it down the lane and drew contact.
Yeah, I think it's before he got into the act of shooting. Glenn Rice comes back into the game. Robert Horry takes a seat. Yeah, this alley-oop, the Lakers love to run. And they run it from so many different angles. You didn't get to see it, but they run it from so many different angles. It's very difficult to read.
Lakers lead is 5. Shaw pushes it up the floor to Harper. Glenn Rice back in the game. He was hot in the first period. That's an easy bucket for Rice. He slipped around Ron Mercer. 12 points for Glenn Rice.
We'll see how long Doc stays with this second unit. Darrell Armstrong has been sitting around while Bo Outlaw already up off the bench.
Garrity with the runner.
Nice touch for Pat Garrity. Monty Williams on the rim, but he had someone under him, so.
And another lob from Shaw to O'Neal. Lakers throw the inbounds pass over the top of the Magic's pressure. And Brian Shaw did a nice job once again. 22nd timeout for Orlando as Doc Rivers talks defense with Ron Mercer.
Well, the problem is Ron Mercer got on the wrong side as Brian Shaw allowed the pass to be made over top.
Well, log on to SunshineNetwork.com. Click on the Checkers message board. You can interact with fellow fans and discuss tonight's Magic Lakers game. That's the Checkers message board on SunshineNetwork.com. 7-point lead for the Los Angeles Lakers with 3 minutes 44 seconds to play in the first half. Shaquille O'Neal 19 points. Glenn Rice 12 points for Los Angeles. The Magic scoring a little more balance with Chucky Atkins leading the way with 8. Darrell Armstrong and Michael Doliak have 6 points apiece.
And it comes as no surprise the Lakers leading the Magic 24-12 points in the paint. Brian Shaw is out of the game, and that might be good because Brian's been able to figure in a lot of Laker points while he's out there on the floor.
Boy, Doliak can stand out there and shoot it all night.
Shaq's gonna let him have him.
8 points for Michael Doliak that helped keep the Magic close. It's a 5-point lead for Los Angeles.
And the thing is, the Magic have not come back with Ben Wallace, and that's really the only place Shaq is going to be able to stay hidden.
That time, at least Doliak kept him away from the rim. Mercer on the drive, cut off by Fox, and knocks it away, and there's beer flying everywhere.
I don't know what it was, but
I'm pretty sure
it was a big old splash.
Pretty sure it was a big old glass of beer. And they have a little party over there. Why not?
Oh boy, that was a straight-on fastball hit there. Here's a look at it. Watch this pass. Actually, it's not a pass. Well,
just order up another one.
Some dry cleaner will appreciate the business.
Mercer makes it a 3-point game.
The Magic doing what they have to do to keep it close. Now it's just under 3 minutes left, and you don't want the Lakers to put together a spurt here and get a double-figure lead.
It's Fox for 3. Rick Fox. 9 points all in the second quarter for Fox. He averages 7 per game.
One of those guys you just have to make sure he does not get going. And he has gotten going.
Garrity for 3. Goliak kept it alive, but there's Derek Fisher to pull it down for the Lakers. They've built the lead back to 6 with 2:10 to play in the quarter. Kobe Bryant. Derek Fisher lobs it up. They just throw it up close to the rim and let the big guy go after it.
They throw it up there, and he just says, okay, it's mine. Doc Rivers is going to keep on trying until he gets at least one 3-second violation called.
Well, say what you want about the triangle offense, but based on what I see, it's just throw it up to the big guy and let him go get it more than anything else.
The Magic trying to find a way to get through this one before you start to think about that difficult
farthest thing from
West Coast trip
from their minds right now. Doc Rivers with his hands full. The Lakers have the second best record in the NBA, only a half game under the Portland Trail Blazers. Don't forget the Dodge halftime report coming up in just a few moments. We'll interview Don Landry, who is the commissioner of the Sunshine State Conference, talk about their conference basketball tournament coming up here shortly. Shaquille O'Neal 3 of 4 on the free throw line. He missed his last attempt.
Well, he seems to be stepping up there, shooting with a lot more confidence. Now that one didn't look good at all. That one was the first one that has been real flat going to the basket. The others have had a nice little arc on it going up to the hole.
Now 4 of 6 on the line. It's a 7-point lead for Los Angeles.
Tell you what, if he makes shots, you would have to think they're favored to win the championship this year if he's making free throws.
Ron Mercer. The lead is cut to 5 with 1:37 to play.
Once again, you don't want this lead to balloon to better than 10 here to end this period. Here's this alley-oop. Well, they go the other way. And that's easy, isn't it?
Just muscles his way in.
That is easy.
23 points in the first half for O'Neal. They clear it out. Mercer falls down. He's looking for help. And we've got a jump ball with Rick Fox tying up Ron Mercer. The turnovers have settled down after the Magic committed 7 in the first quarter. They've only added 1 more. That was almost a turnover. Mercer tied up by Rick Fox. They'll jump it at the Orlando Circle.
Maybe that's Rick Fox's hamstring that's bothering him right now. He was kind of massaging it that time. Mercer can get up pretty good here. Fox can as well, but Mercer might be able to get it back to. Oh, and he does.
That's the guy you want to direct it towards.
Yep.
Pick and roll, Armstrong and Garrity. Garrity blows around. Rice scoops it in, but it won't count. An offensive foul on Pat Garrity.
Very nicely done, Pat Garrity getting to the basket. Rick Fox just making the good, sound, fundamental play. Step in there, gives up his body, and draws the foul.
I almost hate to say it, I probably shouldn't, but Kobe Bryant has had a very quiet first half.
Well, he did last year, from what I remember.
I think you're right. Came to life in the second. Bryant with the ball against Mercer.
Out of bounds, wasn't he?
I think he was. Derek Stafford was there on top of it, and Bryant turns it over.
Nice job by Ronnie Mercer defensively. Magic get it up quickly enough. They can get 2 for 1. I don't know if they'll be able to right now. I think it's more important to get yourself a good shot at the basket here. 2 points is really big. And
well, instead, it's an offensive foul on Michael Doliak. Moving screen, that's his 3rd personal, so he'll have to come to the sideline. John Amici comes back in. Doliak, 4 shots in the quarter.
Well, that's just the play you did not want to have right there. That goes down as another turnover.
They lob it into O'Neal, out to Rice. Now Bryant sets it up, and they'll spread things out again.
Now, once again, Bo has to stay at home here. I know he wants to come in and help, but he's got to stay at home and not give Rice a jumper. That's a better job right there, Bo. Stepped out of bounds again, so the Magic get it. Now, that's the way it's supposed to be played there. You know Rice is spotted up in that corner. I mean, you've seen them do that. And I'm not talking about just with the Lakers, but you've seen them do it for 1,000 years, it seems. Bo wants a little more time on the clock is what Bo wants.
Lakers arguing the call, which gives the ball back to the Magic with not much time left. Both begging for just a few more ticks. And let's see what they come up with.
They're going to leave it just where it is, I think. So you can't get a shot off here. So getting the ball into Durrell is all you want to do. You're just not going to be able to get a shot at the basket.
Harrell not ready to give up. And he hurls it 3/4 court, hits the backboard. It wouldn't have had it gone. And the Lakers settle for a 7-point lead, led by Shaquille O'Neal. 22 points in the first half of the basketball game, and Shaq leading the Lakers. The Magic playing with a lot of energy tonight, but the Lakers playing extremely well and showing why they are 39-11 and one of the favorites to win a championship. We'll be back. Lakers lead the Magic 53-46. A team, both teams actually, with 5-game winning streaks. Somebody's going to see that streak end. Somebody's going to move on to 6 in a row. Right now the Lakers have that 7-point lead. The Magic wrapping up a 5-game homestand. Played pretty well, Jack, but the Lakers outstanding in the first half.
Well, the Lakers are a very good team. You know that. So the thing the Magic can't do is give them the extra possessions by turning the ball over. The Magic turned it over 10 times in the first half. Just can't do that in the second half.
Well, let's take a look at some first half statistics, or rather some highlights from the first half, Jack.
Well, the big fella is just that. He's the big fella, and he's getting his. And the Magic have tried a number of combinations against him, but when he's that big and clearing people out like that, it's just hard to defend him. Mike Doliak came off the bench, gave the Magic 8 points. All of them coming on jump shots, and that was real good for the Magic because it brought Shaquille away from the bucket, but still, David, the Lakers showing a lot of firepower from a lot of different sources.
And Rick Fox came off the bench, Jack, to score 9 in the second quarter.
Yeah, that was one of those guys you just couldn't afford to allow to have a big half of play, and he did.
Oh, Outlaw knocks it away from Rice. Ball stays with the LA Lakers. The Magic only shot 3 free throws in the first half, made 2 of 3.
You look at the Magic, they're shooting 52%. I mean, nothing at all wrong with that.
Good job by Bo Outlaw to make it tough for Fisher to finish. Then Wallace rebounds. Armstrong gets the break going, but the Lakers are back. Mercer against Rice. Settles for the jump shot. Left it short. Shaq had 5 rebounds in the first period. That's his first rebound since. Both teams have had a possession.
That's not good.
So far, no scoring. Amici rebounds the Rice-Smiths.
Magic haven't been able to get a whole lot out on the break. Tough one right there. Good job, AC Green, forcing Darrell to shoot a little bit tougher shot than he wanted to. Fast break points really not a factor in this game. The Lakers with 5, the Magic with just 4.
Ice along the baseline. Couldn't finish. Outlaw gets the Magic moving again. Still no score in the second half.
Well, this play right here worked for the Magic a lot in the first half, running Darrell off for screens. Right now, it's Kobe Bryant. That doesn't stop Darrell anyway. So that's the play the Magic went to, allowing Bo to handle the ball out top and just sending Darrell along the screens as they would a 2-guard.
Darrell Armstrong has 4 field goals in the game, and 3 of those shots have come off that play. Bryant almost turned it over. The Lakers reset. Phil Jackson, who has one of the loudest whistles in America, caught the attention of his team to get a timeout.
Well, Phil's just not real happy.
No, they're not executing their offense very well at all at the moment. It's a 20-second timeout. It looks like they're going to turn it into a full, as the Lakers will talk things over. We'll be back. The head coach of the Orlando Miracle, excited about the start of season number 2 in Orlando. Rice, a little off balance, bumps into Amici, still got the shot to go. And he gets the steal at the opposite end. A 7-point lead for the Lakers.
Once again, that's the thing you can't afford to do right there. You can't afford to give good teams extra possessions.
O'Neal is fouled on his way to the basket by Ben Wallace.
Foul number 4, Ben Wallace.
That's his first.
Well, I hope the Magic can get a few minutes here for Ben Wallace, because he just makes that much difference on the defensive end of the floor for the Magic. As we saw in the first half, though, Shaquille O'Neal kind of hides when he's matched up with Ben Wallace. Doesn't have to play much defense.
Shaq is red hot in the first half, and Ron Mercer only 3 of 7 from the field. Our Gatorade, who's hot, who's not. It's an 8-point lead as Shaq makes 1 out of 2 at the line. Mercer's open, trying to make a liar out of it, but he misses that jump shot. Rice steps into the lane and pulls up with the short-range jumper.
When he gets it that open and that close to the basket, he's just not going to miss many of those.
The Lakers' biggest lead was 11 in the first half. They lead by 10 early in the third period. Nice move, John Amici.
Very nicely done by John. Hadn't had many opportunities down on that low post.
AC Green, even with his years, still a very good defender in the low post.
Yes, he is.
Fisher deals it inside. Green with the open shot. Outlaw the rebound.
Good job, John Amici screening Shaquille off the board. Here comes this series of screens Darrell Armstrong has been using.
Wallace defended by Glenn Rice.
Yeah, that's what you need. You need a basket or 2 out of Ben Wallace so he can earn him some more time.
And you'd like to have him out there for his defense. And there's a foul on Wallace, his second. But when the 5 are guarding 4, then it's hard to keep him on the floor, isn't it?
And especially when that 5th one is a shot blocker like Shaquille O'Neal.
Nice play by Wallace, his second field goal.
That's a 2.
Good job by Green. He got inside of Wallace, but missed the shot. Armstrong on the run. Crossover move on Fisher. Cuts the lead to 4.
Well, Darrell didn't have the numbers on his side that time. He was 1 on 3. But he just blows right by everyone, gets himself a nice lay-in.
So that's a 6-0 run for the Magic to get right back in it. Mercer doing a good job on Bryant. As Rice challenges Outlaw. Got him off his feet, got a foul.
Ben Wallace is going to pick up yet another foul. Phil Jackson sits there and just watches the action. Here's Darrell Armstrong on the break. Look at the numbers. He's got 2 or 3 guys around him, but he still is able to get to the basket.
He might have gotten to the free throw line there, but Magic have only shot 3 tonight, so that looks like it's going to be tough going in that category. Rice now has 5 in the quarter, 17 in the game.
Now that's usually the way it is. The good teams, when they get to the line more frequently on most nights.
The Lakers now 11 of 14 on the free throw line and lead by 6. Armstrong trying to work his way free. Mercer comes off a screen. Now Amici has a much smaller man against him, but dumps it back out to Outlaw. Mercer shoots it over Green. Outlaw trying to one-hand jam it. And O'Neal gets the rebound. Magic might have looked at Amici again a little longer with Fisher guarding him in the post.
Yeah. Ron Mercer's trying to find his range. But they're going to need some shots out of Mercer, no question about it. He's going to have to get him some points. Nice defense there.
Rebound Wallace. After he does a good job on O'Neal.
And I think
another foul on the Magic.
Yeah, well, it's getting them all. I think Bo's going to get this called against them. Well, that's just good hard work there by Bo.
Doc Rivers protesting with referee Mike Callahan. But Outlaw has been called for his second. The Lakers lead is 60-54.
Well, Doc might need to get himself a technical before he gets a foul to go his way. The problem is when you're playing against a team like the Lakers, they're so good. A technical foul might not assure you calls to come later.
Glenn Rice.
Well, he still has one of the prettiest shots in the game.
He's got 20 tonight. Amici puts a nice move on Rice, and the Magic will shoot free throws.
And the crowd sarcastically applauding the officials giving the Magic a call here.
That's the first foul against the Lakers in the quarter.
Glenn Rice, watch this shot. I mean, watch the follow through. I mean, just look at how he just elevates under control. It's a beautiful shot.
Amici's first of 2 free throws is no good. The man from Manchester, England now has 7 points tonight. And the Laker lead is the same, 62-55 with 6:05 to play in the third quarter. And you've done a superb job on Kobe Bryant tonight, but Rice has been turned loose. Bryant on the drive. Gives Fisher an open shot for 3.
Well, you just kind of thought that was going to be a wake-up call for Fisher there. He's struggled, had a difficult time making shots.
Well, he didn't when the Magic played him in December.
Oh, man.
Well, Fisher just ripped John Amici with no call. Shaq rips the basketball away from the rim. Here's Bryant crossing over against Mercer. Good job again by Ron Mercer. Rebound to O'Neal. He makes it a 9-point Laker lead.
Doc wants a timeout here.
And the Magic get a 20-second timeout with 5 minutes, 11 seconds to play in the quarter. Doc Rivers making his points. With us following the game for Sunshine Network Live. The host is Pat Clark. And he'll lead you through an hour of in-depth news, features, interviews, highlights from around the world of sports, and a special focus of sports around the Sunshine State. And on tonight's program, Pat will have an interview with Dale Jarrett. Tom Block was able to get an interview with Dale Jarrett today, and he'll bring you details on the accident over at Daytona involving Jeff Bodine. That's tonight on Sunshine Network Live after the Magic Laker game.
The Magic have done, as you've mentioned a couple times, David, a pretty decent job on Kobe Bryant. He's not among the leaders here tonight, but Glenn Rice is filling his shoes rather nicely.
Armstrong is open.
Well,
That's a three.
Well, that play has been just tremendous for the Magic. They continue to get baskets. Now, the Lakers dealt with it there for a while by switching Kobe Bryant along the baseline on that side as Darryl came over, but for some reason that time he didn't switch.
That was the Magic's first three-point field goal of the game.
Offense.
Armstrong with those quick feet stepped in front of Derek Fisher.
The Magic keeping this thing close. A basket here really makes it interesting for the Magic. They just want to make sure they give themselves an opportunity to win this one.
Stay close to the final quarter. See what happens. Armstrong to Pat Garrett. Pulls the trigger over Rice. Another rebound for O'Neal, his 11th of the night.
25 points, 11 rebounds for Shaquille.
Double team, that leaves Green open. So obviously a miscommunication now on the Magic defense.
Well, Pat Garrett, he came over with the double team, but he came from down low. That's not where the Magic have been coming with the double teams. There's the Kobe Bryant switch. But now Mercer needs to try to take advantage of Fisher.
Mercer in heavy traffic. And it's still an 8-point lead for the Lakers.
The Magic missed a couple of opportunities there to cut into this lead.
Good job by Outlaw to find Rice on the wing. Fisher, top of the arc. Boy, he is really struggling.
Yeah, boy, he couldn't miss one out in Los Angeles, could he?
No, he's 0 for 5 tonight, though. Outlaw backs Rice in. Cross court to Garrity. Three-point shot. Garrity kept it alive, and Wallace picks up the loose ball. Good hustle by Pat Garrity.
Man's loving the effort here. Just need a basket or two. I think timely opportunity for Mercer, except he kicks it out of bounds.
So the Magic now committed 12 turnovers in the game. Michael Doleac checks in for Ben Wallace. And it is still an 8-point lead for Los Angeles inside of 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. McGinney also in. He'll defend Kobe Bryant. You see Green, they work the triangle. Rice misfired. McGinney rebounds. The quick outlet ahead to Armstrong. Doleac made 4 of these in the second quarter, but that one they left short.
Man. Well, they've had a lot of opportunities, have the Magic here. A lot of chances to score.
Magic doing a good job defensively. That's a tough shot. Fisher is 0 for 6. But this Laker team, very stingy defensive club. Doleac's open again. Drills it. 10 points for Doleac, and it's now a 6-point lead. And Phil Jackson wants to reintroduce his team to Michael Doleac. There's a timeout.
Well, you know, for Phil Jackson, I was watching him, and I saw the look he kind of gave Derek Fisher, but that's the one time, as you see Mike Doleac knock down the jump shot. This is one of the few times coaches just simply cannot afford to get on a guy when he's not shooting the ball well. I mean, you can't call him over and chew on him because that tightens you up even more.
Well, I think I believe he was talking to Shaq about his defense more than anything else.
Well, you're probably right, but your point guard going 0 for 6, it's not what you want, but Shaquille O'Neal hadn't found Mike Doliak all night. I would imagine Phil Jackson would have a lot to say about that. The Magic leading the Laker backcourt 30-8. See if he stays with Fisher or if he takes Fisher out of the game.
Well, Brian Shaw will check in, but Fisher will remain on the floor.
You can bring one guy in, you can't bring two. So Fisher will come out of the game at the next dead ball, but you know, you have a guy struggling, you just simply cannot afford to chew him out.
Rice putting it on the floor. Good job by Outlaw.
Yeah, both staying at home, and that's what he has to do. Glenn Rice, that great defense right there.
And Doliak battling O'Neal. Outlaw ahead of the pack. Magic cut the lead to 4.
Well, that's just wonderful defense by Bo Outlaw and Glenn Rice. Glenn's been stuck on 20 points for a long time. And both.
Outlaw got clipped by Rice after he knocked the ball away. And there's no foul. The Lakers will get the ball back. Boy, Bo playing so hard as he does every night. They're really standing out tonight.
I thought at the beginning of this game, Bo had a little bit of extra energy. And it seems like it's just continuing. Now, Rick Fox had a big first half. So for Bo Outlaw, he's going to have to give Rick Fox the same kind of respect he gave Glenn Rice. Can't afford to have Rick Fox get another 9-point half.
Here's Fox, who's open.
Yeah, that's,
he knocks it down.
Just can't allow that to happen here.
8-point, or rather a 6-point lead for the Lakers. Michael Doliak just like in a shooting gallery out there right now. Unguarded, standing calmly, knocking down jumpers.
Tell you what, if he just continues to move, he'll have opportunities to score.
Armstrong provides the double team and gives Shaw the open look, but he passes it up to Harper. Shot clock ticking down. Outlaw steals it. Ahead to Armstrong. He dunks it. This place is going crazy late in the third quarter. Garrity the rebound.
And the Magic get the final shot here. This crowd is just loving it.
And the whistle. Outlaw dunked it, but the whistle blew before the shot. And the Magic are not in a penalty situation, so they'll inbound it with 2.7 seconds left. Only the second foul on the Lakers in the quarter.
Yeah, still plenty of time to get a shot off here.
That's a good foul by Los Angeles. It'll be Outlaw inbounding it with the Magic having an opportunity to tie the game.
And it might be Mike Doliak stepping out to get open here to get a shot.
That is the end of the quarter. But the Magic with the momentum into the fourth. They have cut what was at one time a 10-point lead down to 2. High energy of Outlaw and Armstrong get the Magic back in it. 68-66 Lakers go into the fourth. Dale Armstrong finishing the third quarter for the Magic with a dunk that brought the crowd to its feet at TD Waterhouse Center.
Yeah, the Magic picked it up defensively. They hold the Lakers to only 15 points in that period, David, which is asking a lot. But they do it. The Laker field goal percentage now down to 47%. And they were shooting 57% at the end of the second half.
They were only second period. 6 for 20 in the quarter, Jack. Monty Williams with a chance to tie the game. Could not. And Ron Harper gets the rebound.
Now the Magic need to try to take advantage of this little stretch that Shaquille's out. You know he won't be over there on the bench long, so you can't relax.
Here's Shaw. Ryan Shaw makes it a 4-point lead for the Lakers. That's his second field goal tonight. Former Magic player. A big shot to start the fourth quarter. Chucky Atkins now the point guard for the Magic. Plays very well in his second quarter stint. Williams again with the ball to Garrity, to Doliak. 4 seconds on the shot clock. And good defense by the Lakers. We played 1 minute. Los Angeles has increased its lead to 4. Here's Shaw again to Robert Horry. And Horry knocks down a jump shot. That's his first bucket of the game. Doc Rivers doesn't like the way this fourth quarter has started, so he'll take a timeout, a 20-second timeout for the Magic. So with O'Neal and Bryant both on the bench to start the fourth quarter, the Lakers are on a 4-0 run.
Well, O'Neal, Bryant, and Rice over there on the bench. So
exactly.
You have to try to use this time, if you're ever going to have a time in this game, to get a little momentum. But it's the Lakers coming out making the shots here so far.
Been an outstanding game for Shaquille O'Neal. He's getting a couple of minutes rest. He only sat, I think, 2 minutes in the ball game until the end of the third quarter. Log on to SunshineNetwork.com and click on that Checkers message board. You can interact with fellow fans and discuss tonight's Lakers Magic game. That's the Checkers message board. You can find it on SunshineNetwork.com. Big possession here for the Magic.
Yeah, it is.
Pick and roll. Atkins, Doliak. Doliak gets the open shot. Maggette battling. The ball stays at this end.
Well, that's the shot Mike's made all night. The Lakers did a better job of running at him that time. But you can expect that with Shaquille O'Neal sitting over there. They'll get a lot quicker defensively. See if he can get Pat Garrity a shot here. It's been very difficult getting him shots. So another tough one. In and out.
Kobe Bryant back in the game for the Lakers. With Fox on the run. Doliak rebounds the air ball. Here comes Chucky. 4 on 3.
Oh, that's Garrity. Oh, man, another mess. Boy, good looks. Good looks at the basket.
Still a 6-point lead for the Lakers. They put Bryant in the middle of that triangle offense. Quick double team, Maggette, and he stepped through the double team, but he had to take an additional step and pick up his pivot foot to do it. So the Lakers turn the ball over, much to the dismay of Phil Jackson. I'd say that's an avid fan there, would you?
I would think that qualifies him or her. Well, you know, that could be Paul Kennedy. I mean, our truck kind of said Paul's kind of double dipping on us tonight, earning.
Could have been.
You never clown salary.
You never see that person and Paul Kennedy together.
Never see them together. I've never seen them together. Kind of like that Clark Kent Superman guy.
John Amici in the lineup, missing short. The Magic have now missed their last 7 shots. Picked a bad time to go cold from the field.
Yeah, you're right.
Still only a 6-point game, but Shaq has come back for Los Angeles. Here's Harper, lobs it up, and it was tipped in. I think Maggette might have tipped it in.
Well, Maggette got a hand on it. Shaq got a hand on it. Mike Doliak back at the table. Didn't get much time out. He might, I guess, be coming back in for John Amici.
There's Maggette with the drive, and there's a field goal for the Magic, their first one of the fourth quarter.
Well, and that might be I'm sure it's not, but that might be the first one that's come in the paint. Been a lot of jump shots that haven't gone down for the Magic. I mean, good shots.
Oh, over the top of Monty Williams' head. Kobe Bryant. Tough break for him. Garrity tips it, and Atkins retrieves it. Again, no foul. Spectacular play by Rick Fox, and there's the whistle on Chucky Atkins. Must have been an amazing play by Fox to not commit a foul in that situation.
Well, let's see what happens here. I mean, Rick Fox gets back. There's some arm on that one, got some ball as well. But no call coming, and then the quick whistle on the other end has got Doc Rivers upset. And they're bringing Shaquille right back out of the game. Don't know for sure what the reason is for that, except it might be that Mike Doliak's in the game, and Shaq can't seem to find a way to get out there and guard him. Kind of interesting, though, that Bill pulls him right back out as soon as Doliak comes in.
Robert Horry back in the game.
Yeah, just might need that quicker defensive team on the floor.
Williams down low against Brian Shaw. Monty Williams' first field goal of the game. And the Magic are back within 4. Horry to Bryant. Kobe struggling tonight. And a foul on the Magic. Chucky Atkins gets his third. Doc Rivers is beside himself.
Yeah, he is, isn't he? I mean, I've never seen Doc as frustrated now as he is right now.
Second team foul on the Magic. The Lakers have been called for 2 fouls in the second half. Rick Fox. Magic doing it the hard way. Good feed to Garrity. And a nice finish by Pat Garrity.
Yeah, beautiful pass from Chucky Atkins and good hands by Pat Garrity. Catch that one in traffic. I just look for Kobe to try to take something to the basket. Nope. He's going to pull up and use the backboard down there. That's nice when you can do that after missing the way he's missed tonight.
And that's only his third field goal of the game. He's only attempted 7 shots. Brian Shaw does a nice job shutting off Atkins. Oh, and Doliak rolled away. Bryant will pull up and shoot it over Garrity. A foul on Los Angeles. Robert Horry over the back of Corey Maggette. Robert Horry's first, and the first team foul on the Lakers in the quarter. We have 6:30 to play in the period, and it is a 4-point lead for the Lakers.
By 21 down in Miami, and come in here and just get taken right out of the game right from the beginning. A 20-point game again.
Shaq's back in the game. Garrity in the post against Horry.
Oh, that's new.
What about that one?
Getting Pat Garrity the ball with his back to the basket. Shaq's back in against Mike Doliak. We'll see if Shaquille comes out and plays Mike a little better on the high pick and roll.
Shaq, no good. Magic a chance to tie. Chucky to Garrity again. Rejected by Horry. Stolen by Bryant. 3 on 3. Now 3 on 4. Derek Fisher will pull it out.
Oh, man.
There's the whistle and a foul on Doliak. Camped down in the paint. Doc can't get a 3-second call tonight.
Now, Mike Doliak is 6'11", 265 pounds. And he jumps all over Shaquille. And Shaq doesn't even move. It doesn't budge. I mean, watch right here. I mean, Shaq doesn't even move, man. That just tells you how strong he is.
And making free throws tonight, 6 for 9 for O'Neal. A 3-point lead for the Lakers with 5:37 remaining.
that makes a huge difference down the stretch of ball games if he's making free throws.
Atkins gets a screen. Shaq rejects it out of bounds. Well, he's number 1 in the league. That's an area that he has certainly improved in this season. Always been a pretty good shot blocker, but has really taken off in that area this year.
Well, that's one reason why the Lakers are holding teams to 91 points a game. Because Shaquille is doing a much better job of defending the paint.
Williams. And no foul.
Well, but see on that play, when you get the defensive player up in the air, you have to lean into him just a little bit to make sure there's some contact. So Monty missed a chance there to get to the line. Here's a look. Look, he's up in the air.
Well, he drew some contact.
Yeah, he got some contact, but you're playing against the Lakers. You're not going to get the whistle unless there's a lot of contact. We've already seen that tonight.
Obviously. Atkins jump shot.
Tough shot.
Tough shot. Bryant the rebound. 4-point lead for the Lakers. The Magic do have 5 free throws tonight, though, and there's still 5:09 left. You never know what could happen. There's Bryant into the lane.
That's a travel.
And a foul on the Magic. Shaq will go back to the line. Ron Mercer is called for his second.
All right, just keep an eye on Kobe's feet as he comes into the paint.
Right there.
A lot of times that's called a travel.
I'd say about 9 out of 10.
That's the one time it's not. Gerald Wilkins, former Magic player, and watching the game tonight.
He and a lot of other folks.
Yep.
Missing 1 out of 2. Magic still in this ball game, but they've got a lot of work to do now. And the Lakers do a good job on the defensive boards. They lead by 5 with 4:44 remaining. Kobe had it knocked away, but picked up by Ori. Good play by Doliak to tip it out of bounds. Back to the Lakers with 11 on the shot clock. And Outlaw will return for Chucky Atkins.
Well, tough night for Chucky shooting the ball. He's done a good job running the team, but he's missed shots that he's been making here lately.
He only has 4 turnovers in the last 7 games. I don't think he's got one tonight.
Well, you look at Phil tonight, and he just hasn't looked real happy, has he?
No, he hadn't been real happy with his team, by and large. Talking with Kobe Bryant here, but his team does lead by 5. Network viewers will be against the Jazz next Friday. That's an 8:30 start from Salt Lake City. Magic Jazz from the Delta Center. Sunshine Network brings it to you. Magic on a 4-game trip out west. Boy, it's a tough one. Seattle and Portland, Utah and Milwaukee. There's the future Magic dancer.
Yeah, she's having a great time, isn't she?
And young Magic fan getting a little late tonight. He's hanging in there.
He is, though. He wants to see the outcome of this one. A lot of good basketball yet to be played. Well, the defense has gotten better for both teams in the second half. The Magic hold the Lakers to 15 points in that third quarter. Both teams struggling here in the fourth. The Magic have made just 9 of their last 29 shots. And the Lakers have made just 10 of their last 29. So both teams turning it up a little bit on defense.
Well, you just saw Darrell Armstrong, and if the Magic are going to come back and win the game, you know that Darrell Armstrong is going to be right in the middle of it, leading the way.
Both Darrell and Bo Outlaw defending Glenn Rice.
There is Rice. Good job by Bo. Tough shot.
Yeah, that's tough.
Good defense, better offense. 7-point lead for the Lakers with 4:15 to play.
I mean, Rice at 6'8" can shoot over people. Fisher got him on the arm, so that's a good way to get a couple points. The clock stopped.
Derek Fisher called for his second. Nobody for the Lakers anywhere near foul trouble. The Lakers have been called for 11 fouls in the game. Armstrong will shoot free throws numbers 6 and 7 for the Magic in the game. And this is a team that gets to the line a lot.
Yeah, you're right.
Generally, but not tonight. Still in it, however, down by only 6 with 4:08 to play. Armstrong is the leading scorer for the Magic. He knocks in both free throws and now has 17 points. And there he forces the turnover. Here comes Darrell Armstrong for the Magic as he picks up the intensity.
You called it right. Darrell's going to have to lead him.
Boy, his will to win is almost immeasurable.
Well, it's hard to imagine how that much will fits in that little body of his.
That's good. You knew it when he turned it loose. It's a 2-point game with 3:45 left. Armstrong, free throws, forced a turnover, a 3-point shot, and the Magic just like that are back in it. Shaq double team. Kobe for 3. Big shot for Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
So quiet tonight, but he's got 5 in the fourth quarter.
The superstars make the big shots, regardless of what kind of game they've had. They make the big shots.
That's a foul on Derek Fisher. He bowled over Pat Garrett, I think. Yeah. Fisher picks up his.
It's hard to make that call before you
don't need to step out there too much tonight. Not tonight.
Not tonight. It's hard to make it when it comes on that end of the floor.
And they are up to 3 team fouls now, Jack.
Lakers with 3, the Magic with 4.
Armstrong and Doliak run the pick and roll. Darrell splits the double team to the basket. Lays it over the top of the big fella.
Had to go up way high on the backboard with that one. Get this one, big fella. Darrell said, I've practiced against you for too many years to know I can throw too many up there in your face without dressing it up a little bit.
Here's a drive by Rice. Doliak swats it away. And that might be a foul on O'Neal.
I think it is. Mike Doliak with the big block.
Not known as a shot blocker, but that is a huge play by Michael Doliak.
Well, Glenn Rice gets by Bo. And then Bo goes up for the rebound. Shaq just goes through him. And another opportunity for the Magic here.
Mercer defended well. Doliak got Horry off his feet. Shaq in a crowd just rips it away from everybody.
Yeah, he's good. And he goes up like that. It's just impossible to get it from him. I'd still like to try him on the free throw line with time running out.
Great defense by the Magic. Bryant is called for the charge. And look who's on the floor.
Yeah, well, shouldn't surprise you. Darrell Armstrong there. Draw the offensive foul on Kobe Bryant. Mercer got the block. I think the Magic would have been credited with the block on that play. They had the ball.
We're at the 2-minute mark.
Got to get a shot every time here now.
Oh, it rattles in and out. Tough break for Armstrong. It would have tied the game.
Gets the back of the rim.
1:49 left.
Still think if Shaq gets it down on the low post, I'd try him on the line.
Bryant off of the screen. Horry takes the shot, drills it. Well, he's made a lot of big shots in his career.
Yeah.
He helped Houston to 2 world championships.
By making that kind of shot, his team's got too concerned with Hakeem Olajuwon on the low post, just like Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah, sure.
16 of those have come in the second half. Shaq has 30 points and 15 rebounds for the Los Angeles Lakers. Daryl and Shaq, teammates in Orlando. Shaq was really a big promoter of Daryl Armstrong.
Yeah, he was.
To his credit, Daryl's early years. Really helped keep Daryl, I think, on the Magic roster there when it could have gone either way.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about that. And as you say, they are still very good friends. As a matter of fact, out in Los Angeles, when the Magic played out there, Shaquille O'Neal was at the hotel the afternoon of the game, spending time with Daryl Armstrong, just sitting around the lobby talking about old times.
Baby boy, they called him back then. Now look at him run this Magic team. He's open for three. Left it short. Mercer makes it a three-point game.
Big basket for Mercer. If he gets another look at it, I think that'll get him going right there.
Fisher passed up an open shot. 1 minute left. Shot clock ticking down. Fisher's going to have to take it. He hasn't made one yet. Action to Armstrong. Garrity to tie the game.
Yeah. Got it to go down. Oh, big shot.
Oh, and the Lakers take timeout. It was a long, hard climb, but the Magic have finally tied it up with 45 seconds to play.
Oh, man. What about Daryl Armstrong and Chucky Atkins running the show? And Pat Garrity. Sometimes you just see a shot, you watch a guy take it, and you just know you just have that feeling it's going to go. And that's what it felt like on this one.
Last time the Magic had the lead, it was 10-9. Pat Garrity, with this shot, just tied the game at 86. And in the interim, the Lakers led by as many as 11. They led by 10 in the third quarter. The Magic cut the lead to 2 when the fourth quarter began, and they had the ball. Monty Williams missed a short jump hook, and then the Lakers pulled back out to a 7-point lead, and now the Magic have caught them.
Well, you know, we've talked about the fact that Shaquille O'Neal has made free throws, and it might prevent teams from taking him out of the game in the second half, and particularly in the fourth quarter, as we've seen in the past with Shaquille. He had 22 points at halftime, and he has just 30 now. So he's just not been a factor. And another area where that shows, the Lakers led the Magic 26-12 points in the paint at halftime. Now the Magic are leading points in the paint in the second half, 22-10. So it's a total change from what we've seen in the first half, and Shaq has not been a factor.
Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Shaq obviously would like to be a factor in the last 45 seconds, playing back here in Central Florida for only the 3rd time since becoming an LA Laker.
Well, I tell you what, I would still put him on the line. Let's see if he's going to make them with this kind of pressure on in this building. I know he's been shooting it well from the free throw line of late, but if he gets it on the low post, I'll take my chances with fouling him.
Los Angeles has possession of the ball.
Ben Wallace in for defensive reasons.
You can't say enough about Doliak. Oh, Outlaw steals it to Mercer. Bryant knocked it away. Mercer calls timeout. What a play by Outlaw. Very careless play by Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, what about that pass with Kobe Bryant? Boy, he didn't have anything on that. Just kind of left it out there for Bo to take it.
Now the Magic can't play for the last shot because there are 32 seconds left. Look at the pass, the lazy bounce pass by Bryant. And a very alert Outlaw was there to take advantage. And then Ron Mercer had it knocked away. Give Kobe credit for coming back.
Quick hands there by Kobe Bryant. Because Mercer was taking that one right onto the hole.
But I started to say, Jack, that Doleac has done a great job.
Yes, he has.
Defensively on Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, and the other thing is now with Mike Doleac, he's been making jump shots. So that pulls Shaquille out of the paint, and that opens up that paint, the stat I just told you. That opens up the paint for other guys. So even though Mike Doleac's been making shots, he's been opening up the lane for other people, and you're right, he's done a great job on Shaquille.
Absolutely. The last two times the Lakers and the Magic have played here in Orlando. Well, a couple of years ago, it was probably one of the more exciting games in Magic history. Nick Anderson, the game-winning shot on February 22nd, 1998. And then the jiggle back down the court by Nick.
That's another move I want to see you make, David Steele.
You got no shot at that. And then last year, Shaquille had 31. Kobe Bryant had 38. The Lakers played a spectacular game and defeated the Magic by 9 points. Derek Harper, former Magic player, really stuck it to the Magic on that night. It was 115 to 104, an 11-point win for Los Angeles. And here's what Shaq has done in the Orlando Arena in a Laker uniform.
Well, he's played big tonight, but 22 of those 30 coming in the first half. And you see him with 16 rebounds, couple block shots for Shaquille also.
Capacity crowd chants "Beat LA" as the Magic prepared to inbound it with 33 seconds left.
Now the thing you have to do, and I've said it often, is to make sure you get a shot. You have to at least give yourself an opportunity by not turning the ball over. Now Kobe Bryant's a very good defensive player.
All the way to the basket, the Magic take the lead.
But he gives up the lane, boy.
And then nobody there.
Nobody there. Well, you know, that's Michael Doleac, the presence of Mike Doleac again, because Shaquille can't stay in the paint. He has to come out knowing Mike Doleac can make the jump shot. Great job by Darrell recognizing.
And the Magic take the lead for the first time since early in the game.
Here it is. Now watch Shaq. He has to come out to play Doleac, see, because he knows that pick and roll is coming. So Darrell just opens up. You'll see it here on this play. Look at Shaquille jumping out on top. Darrell gets hit in the head. Should be on the line, but chance for three.
I haven't called much all night, so you're not going to get that one. But Armstrong still makes a tremendous play as the Red Sea opened up, and he went right down the middle of it.
Boy, he's on that replay. He got pounded.
That hit pretty good on the head.
Pretty good going to the basket. I think Darrell and Matt and the Magic will take the 2 points and go on with it. Now, let's talk the Lakers here coming out of this huddle. Don't be surprised if they throw up a shot from behind the three-point line. So, Bo Outlaw has to stay at home on Glenn Rice. That is the utmost importance right now, because Kobe Bryant will handle the ball at the top of the key. He'll try to break the Magic down defensively, and he's going to kick it out to Rick Fox or to Glenn Rice on the outside.
Well, you know that Shaq would like to be the one they go to here, but you might be right, because they have so many weapons, Jack. That's the problem with defending this team. They are so talented with Bryant, Rice, and O'Neal. And so plays some of the game. Michael Doleac, 12 points, 7 rebounds, and that doesn't tell the story.
No, it really doesn't.
He did on Shaq in the second half on the defensive end.
Well, it doesn't even begin to tell the story. Good numbers from Mike Doleac, particularly the 7 rebounds. 12 points, good. But I think he's changed this whole game by forcing Shaquille to have to play some defense out of the painted area. They like to also run the alley-oop for Shaq from out of bounds. Try to get a score with no time running off the clock.
They still have a timeout left, and they're going to use it. Los Angeles unable to get the ball in play, and I think that's their final timeout. Yeah, they've just burned their last one. So they've got a situation now, Jack, where they have to get the ball inbound. And they can't stop the clock for the rest of the way. We still have 26.3 seconds to go, and the Magic have a 2-point lead 88-86. We're going to take time out and be right back. I'll give him credit. An alert play by Shaq. As you see, one mistake by the Lakers with Glenn Rice defended by Michael Doliak, and over and back was called as the ball was picked up by Kobe Bryant. And then the Magic with Ron Mercer inbounding it, and Shaq stepping in front of Michael Doliak for the steal and the dunk to tie the game.
Well, plenty of time left. I mean, this is not the end of the world, obviously. 14.5 seconds, a bunch of time here. The Magic out of timeouts, though, so you have to make sure you get the ball in bounds. The Lakers will just try to defend, but the high pick and roll has been where the Magic have gone, and it has been the play that has worked. So we'll see what happens. But I think getting the ball in bounds is the biggest challenge for the Magic here. And you learned right there, you don't throw it in towards the half-court line, because that's what happened. You can knock it away and get to the hole quickly. Big defensive play by Shaquille O'Neal.
Well, the momentum shifts back to the Lakers side as things look good for the Magic. They just needed to inbound the ball. The Lakers were going to be forced to foul and give the Magic a chance to build a 4-point lead with 2 free throws. And instead, we're tied at 88. So Doc Rivers, the biggest thing he did, I'm sure, in the timeout was to tell his team, look, you're still in great shape.
Yeah, no
Keep
question about it.
high.
It's about confidence right now. And the pick and roll with Mike Doliak and Darrell Armstrong has worked real well for him. If nothing else, it's given other people an opportunity to get the ball in bounds. Now, you might ask, why is Doc bringing it all the way up? Well, it's a whole lot easier getting the ball in bounds from there. And 14.5 seconds, plenty of time to get a shot.
Doliak shoots it. Fisher rebounds with 1 second left, and we've got overtime in Orlando. 5 extra minutes of basketball tonight from TD Waterhouse Center. We're tied at 88. So now, who has the advantage, Jack?
Well, you know me. I always go with the home team. But I tell you, when you think about the way the Lakers got back in this game, tied it up, you would have to think the Lakers have the momentum. I mean, I always like the home team in overtime games. But momentum going into overtime is also big, and the Lakers have it right now.
Certainly do. After it appeared the Magic certainly had the upper hand with the basketball. And a 2-point lead. Shaq made a tremendous play, stealing the inbounds at midcourt. A couple of dribbles down the floor, and he's dunking it to tie the game. And we go to overtime. Stay with us following the game for Sunshine Network Live. Join the host, Pat Clark, for an hour of in-depth news, features, interviews, and highlights from all around the sports world, and a special focus on sports in the Sunshine State. And don't forget that they've got the Tom Block interview with Dale Jarrett tonight with details about the Jeff Bodine accident earlier today at Daytona. That's Sunshine Network Live coming up after the Magic game. Also live from the governor's office, a special call-in show with Florida Governor Jeb Bush on his One Florida initiative. Watch it only on Sunshine Network Tuesday, February 22nd. That's at 9 p.m. hosted by Florida Cable Telecommunications Association President Steve Wilkerson. Call in and talk with Florida's governor on Sunshine Network.
Well, 5 more minutes of basketball here, David. At least 5 more minutes. And the Magic still have a chance here to come away with the win. The crowd has been a huge factor in this game, big part of this ball game. And they're going to be loud in overtime.
Well, Shaquille O'Neal has played 42 minutes tonight, more than any other player on either team. But it didn't slow him down on that big steal at midcourt, did it? He's still playing with a lot of energy. Both teams only in their second overtime game of the year, and both are 0-1. Shaq controls the tip, so the Lakers get the first crack at it. in the extra period. Jackson double team finds Fox, and the Lakers take the lead.
Very nice pass there from the big fella. Nice look over his shoulder.
Mercer behind a Doliak screen. Gets the ball to Michael out of the corner.
Yes.
So the Magic answer, we're tied at 90.
Now that's the play the Magic have run. Find a way to get Mike Doliak open. Shaquille wants no part of coming out there. Glenn Rice gave Bo forearm to the face.
Here's Bryant. Mercer, nice job on him again. Rice lets it fly. Left it short. Wanted a foul, no call. Armstrong to Garrett. Doliak's open up top, and Mercer didn't see him. Just as well for the Magic.
Well, I think Ron Mercer's feeling I have to do something here to help my team out, because he hasn't shot it well tonight, and that pass at half court was the one that Shaquille O'Neal took away.
Lob it up. Shaq catches it and out, and a foul.
You can't let him score, Mike. Can't let him score.
Doliak picks up his fifth. I think he was trying, Jack.
Yeah, you're right. I know he was.
Pulling and tugging and pushing and shoving. That's 5 personals on Michael. 34 points for Shaquille O'Neal, and he goes to the line, where he is 8 for 12 in the game. And the Lakers take the lead, 93-92. See the time in the overtime. It was tied at 88 after regulation. Mercer saves the ball for the Magic and finds Doliak. Michael driving on Shaq. No call.
Yeah, they got called. It was late. But they got a great challenge, though, by Mike Doliak.
Really good.
Big-time challenge. I mean, that's the way you take the ball to the hole. Knowing you're going to get hit, but welcoming it. Mercer makes the big play. Shaq off balance there.
Doliak has 15, and he has tied the score with 3 minutes, 14 seconds to play.
Now let's see if your defense can find a way to get you a stop.
They put the ball in the hands of Kobe Bryant.
What? Both done a great job on Glenn Rice. And that's a big, big challenge.
Mercer's on Bryant. Shot clock is at 6. And a foul on Ron Mercer. Boy, oh boy. Shot clock at 5. Bryant with his back to the basket.
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad Doc Rivers ran the other way, because it's definitely not a time for the technical. And Doc wanted to turn the carrying of the basketball. And what it does, it resets the shot clock to 14 seconds. And they had about 3 on there when that foul was made.
Fisher does not want to shoot it. That's the first one he's made tonight.
Yeah, but he's not going to miss them all. You know that.
He's 1 for 8. That's a big one to give the Lakers the lead. Bryant stepped right into the passing lane and almost had a big steal there, but he kicked it away.
Well, if he had seen the ball coming, he might have had that one.
The Wall will inbound it. Doliak steps out, gives it back to Darrell Armstrong with 2:25 remaining. Doliak swings it to Garrity for 3. Outlaw took it away from Shaq. And then Garrity was fouled by Derek Fisher.
Yeah, it's late whistle. Very late whistle.
That's his 4th. And the second team foul in the overtime. 2:15 left, a 1-point lead for the Lakers. This game tied in regulation, 88-88. Armstrong Armstrong out to Garrity. Down the lane. Garrity scoops it in. 1 point lead for the Magic inside of 2 minutes to play in the overtime.
You just kind of had a feel coming into this game that this was going to be a good one.
And Shaq has the answer. 1:45 left in the OT. What a basketball game tonight from Orlando. Oh, not that call in this situation. Michael Doleac fouls out of the game in addition to the ball going back to the Lakers. Michael Doleac called for a moving screen with 1:38 left in the overtime. It's been a tough night for the guys in the striped shirts and the Magic.
Be nice to get another look at this one. Let's see if the movement was there. Just not a lot there. I don't know.
Ben Wallace has checked in. Tough break, certainly, for the Magic there. Down by 1 with 1:27 left. And O'Neal scores again. Doc wants timeout.
Big fella's fired up tonight, isn't he? Staying right with it. A couple big buckets.
And they lead by 3 with still 1:24 left. He has 15 field goals and 22 attempts. And he's 9 for 13 from the foul line. That's a pretty good night. 39 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocked shots. And he made the big steal at midcourt and the dunk, which kept the Lakers in the game at the end of regulation.
Tell you what, it's still plenty of time left in this game. As you look at the next 5 games for the Magic, not an easy one in sight on that one. But plenty of time for the Magic here. Just need to come out and get a bucket right now and not dig yourself any deeper hole to get out of. Pat Garrity taking the ball to the basket. And Shaquille O'Neal has answered with a couple of big ones.
Turn around in the lane and then the fade away along the baseline. Ben Wallace, nice job defensively. That's a difficult shot.
That's a big one.
Of course, that shot comes after the illegal screen is called against the Magic. Michael Doleac, 25 feet from the basket in overtime in a marvelous basketball game. Tough break. And unfortunate for the Magic to foul Doleac out and give the ball back to the Lakers. And they lead by 3 with 1:24 left in the extra period.
And the Magic coming with a small team, offensive unit. Chucky Atkins checks in for Ben Wallace. So Doc Rivers coming with the offensive team right now with Mike Doleac having fouled out.
Don't go away. Sunshine Network Live is coming up after tonight's game. Here from Orlando. O'Neal had 7 points for the Lakers in the overtime. 7 of their 11. And they need a bucket here.
Just need to get a good look at the hole.
Referee Derek Stafford blows his whistle again, and this one is against Los Angeles. Doesn't help the Magic much.
Well, it gets them into the penalty situation here. The first foul in the last 2 minutes. And that takes the Lakers right up to 4. So the Magic will get to the line on the next whistle.
Armstrong with 2 on the shot clock, turns it loose. Outlaw gets the rebound, goes back up, and he's fouled. Bryant got him from behind. Well, it would have been nice for that one to have gone in. Bo's got to go to the line now for 2.
You kind of wish
foul to Fox. I'm sorry, Jack.
Kind of wish Bo had enough in that one to dunk it through. He goes in flying for this rebound.
Does not get the first. It's still a 3-point lead for the Lakers. John Amici comes into the game for Pat Garrity. still have almost a minute left as Ben Wallace makes a defensive substitution in for Chucky Atkins.
Bo gets him across the arm after missing 2 free throws, and that gets the Lakers up to the penalty situation on the next foul.
Well, the Lakers now a 3-point lead the ball. 57 seconds left in the overtime. Got to be a call here. And it's against the Magic's Darrell Armstrong trying to take the charge from Derek Fisher. And the call goes the way of the Lakers. Armstrong's second personal. Fisher will go to the line.
Yeah, Darrell just gets his feet tangled up right there with Derek Fisher. And Fisher gets 2.
Fisher at the line for the first time tonight, shooting 68% for the year. Only 1 for 8 from the floor. Let's see how he handles this trip to the line under pressure. First one's good. It's a 4-point lead. And the Lakers up by 5 with 49 seconds left in overtime. And Doc Rivers will use a timeout. And we'll take a break. 101-96 Lakers in overtime. Well, the Magic tied the game at 88-88 in overtime. And we have been in the extra period now, 49 seconds to play. And Los Angeles has outscored the Magic 13-8. And they've taken a 5-point lead. Shaquille O'Neal has 7 of the 13 Laker points. Michael Doleac fouled out of the game in overtime with 1:38 left. And Phil Jackson's club is just that close to picking up victory number 40 on the NBA season. That would match the best record in the league with Portland if they hold on. It's been a great effort by the Magic. Too bad that things have turned the way they have here in the last minute of the overtime period, and then here in the last few minutes of the regulation, now in the overtime.
Well, you know, it's interesting because we talked all night about Shaquille not coming out to challenge Mike Doleac. I mean, all night long. And the one time he does come up to challenge, he gets the steal, takes it down, and dunks it through the Tide in regulation. And
Armstrong blocked by Shaq. Rice has the ball and a foul on the Magic with 44 seconds left.
That's just a big play by Shaquille O'Neal and a shot that Darrell would like to have back.
So Shaq putting perhaps the finishing touches on it right here. He's done a little bit of everything for the Lakers tonight back in Central Florida.
But once again, with Shaquille matched up against Bo Outlaw that time, he's able to stay in the paint and not have to worry about getting out to defend Bo, as was the case with Mike Doleac.
And now it's a 6-point lead with Glenn Rice, an 86% foul shooter, back on the line. One of the largest leads the Lakers have had all evening.
Yeah, you're right.
Atkins got a screen from Outlaw, left it short. Outlaw rebounds it, back to Chucky. Another 3 by Atkins is in the air. Got it. 29 seconds left. 4-point game.
Well, the Magic in a foul situation.
And they fouled Glenn Rice, who was trying to throw it ahead to O'Neal. And Shaq would have had an uncontested dunk.
Yes, he would have.
Well, would the Magic like to have that inbounds pass at midcourt to do over again in regulation?
Man, oh man. Well, you just don't like to throw the ball on most inbounds plays out towards the half-court line, because what happens most of the time is what we saw tonight.
Mercer was probably not expecting Shaq to be out that far away from the basket.
Oh, I'm sure.
Caught him by surprise. Rice makes it a 5-point game. Lakers halfway through a 6-game trip to the East Coast with this game tonight. They survived a game 2 nights ago. Pretty good contest in Charlotte against the Hornets.
They've pretty much had their way against the East this year. They have won 15 of the 17 games against the East coming into this one. So they've played well against the Eastern Conference.
And Doc Rivers uses his final timeout with 28.6 left in overtime. Lakers in command. TD Waterhouse Center, where the Lakers in overtime lead the Magic 105-99. And our Sprint PCS player of the game, it has to be Shaquille O'Neal. He has been spectacular tonight. 39 points and 16 rebounds. Made 9 of 13 from the foul line. 15 of 22 from the field.
Well, he's been big here in the overtime period. My buddy Bruce Rossmeyer sitting here said he just built Shaquille another big Harley, and said Shaq was real happy riding it around here in his brief stay in Orlando here. So Shaq will be big and be happy after this game as well.
Well, as long as he's happy. That's what we're all here for.
Yeah, you're right.
Three-pointer by Chucky Ryan left. And the rebound, Derek Fisher, and a foul on the Magic. And this one is all but over now. The Magic, no timeouts left. 19.7 seconds left in the overtime. And the Lakers going to the free throw line. Boy, tough loss for the Magic, who had a great opportunity to defeat one of the top teams, if not the #1 team in the NBA tonight at home.
I think the Lakers will tell you they're lucky to get out of here with a win. But one thing we've found out through the years, when the Magic were in the position the Lakers are in right now, the good teams make their breaks. You don't talk about being lucky when you're good. I mean, they make their opportunities to win.
Derek Fisher, perfect on the free throw line in the overtime. He's 4 for 4. And the lead is at 8. Only 15 seconds left in overtime, and the Magic turn the ball over. So the Lakers can sit on it now and come out of here with the victory. Hard fought, but well earned by Los Angeles. The LA Lakers 107, the Magic 99 in overtime. Shaquille O'Neal, just a monster game for the leading candidate for MVP honors in the NBA. And Phil Jackson walks to the locker room with another victory under his belt. 40th of the season for the Lakers. They're now 40-11 on the season. Good effort by the Magic, but just not quite enough. They'll be on the road for the next 4 in Seattle on Tuesday. 9:30 for the pregame show against the Seattle Supersonics. The Jazz next Friday night on Sunshine Network. That's an 8:30 start. And don't forget, Sunshine Network Live is coming up in just a few moments with Pat Clark hosting. For Paul Kennedy and Jack Gibbons, I'm David Steele. Thanks for joining us from Orlando.